Hey yo. Um, I've been doing some looking into like the foundation of the United States, you know, because I've seen some videos of people going around asking Gen Zers, uh, you know, what is the capital and name some things the Constitution states and I know some of the basics of what they're asking, and the youth don't know a goddamn thing. But I'm sure they're kind of biased in the way that they're just showing the people that don't know shit. But it's really sad the amount of people that really don't even know what the capital of the US is. But so it kind of gave me the thought, well, I'm gonna look into what was the Constitution, and what was the origin of the United States, because it's been 2 decades since I've been in school. But I know the truthers or the conspiracy theorists say that the founders were Masons, and all of this was planned, the fall of Babylon and all of that, like this was all meant to happen. And in looking into it, I'm unsure if what is happening now was, but nobody is alive today that was there then, so we can't truly know. But you gotta ask questions, you gotta question everything. Like, this reality has so many layers to it, so many piles of shit, that nothing is face value. Like, everything has meaning. And there are many beings here. It's not just the elite. There are many different beings here. And I think at different points in history, they have had an effect. And right now, the biggest driving force is the ones that don't like us and want to feed off of us. But there are multiple races of beings. And I don't know about Freemasonry. I know a lot of those that seem to be in it today are pretty fucking evil, but I don't know about back then. So, my best way to get answers is asking my cards. So, I asked my cards, what was the original intent on creating the US? So, all right. We have Wrath with the Three of Swords and the Chariot. Now, I see this as it was told in history, that they wanted freedom. And you can feel that in this card, that they are fleeing and they are pissed off and they do not want to listen to bullshit anymore. Their hearts were destroyed with what was happening. Was it King Louis, whatever the fuck number? And they were sick of the control and the breaking of them. So they chose to move. They chose to take their anger and create something else. And we have resistance with the Lovers and the Emperor. I feel like they had this relationship that they were trying to break free of. They didn't want this because it wasn't a loving relationship. And they had to fly free. They had to resist the bonds and the force that they were under to be free of it. They had to resist. It's like a relationship with a narcissist. They had to resist the love bombing because all they ever got was shit. And I have battle with the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. It's pretty self-explanatory. You have a war between somebody that owns everything, that wants to control everything, and the people that just want to be free to do what they want to do, that just wanted to break free from the constraints that this force had on them. And you have curiosity with the Empress. They were curious to create something new. They wanted something that was just the birth of something completely different, something new, something that they could nurture. And they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They just wanted to break free from all the shit. So, God damn it. Sorry. Pressed my little button on the side so it almost turned my phone off. But I know all of the theories around the founding of the US, and it was created for nefarious reasons, sacrificial lamb. But I'm not feeling that from this, that is the original intent for creating this country. And from what I was, looking back into, since it's been so long since I've been to school, I'm not even sure if they teach this shit in school anymore, but I remember learning it. I just didn't give a shit because that wasn't the kind of history I cared about. I care about like ancient civilizations, not a couple hundred years ago. Just, you know? So I was never very good in school because they taught shit I didn't care to learn. So I was never a conforming type of student. Never have been, never will be. I learn what I feel I need to know. And that's kind of the problem with schools, is they're taught like fucking Hitler youth camps where everybody is taught in the same way, and if they don't learn that way, and it's even worse today. But we need to create something new again. We just had our Pluto return. So the powers that have control, they all use astrology and numerology. And just because something esoteric and a cult is used for nefarious reasons does not mean in itself is nefarious. It is just a tool. It's like people that are like, oh, gun control, or take away the guns. A gun is a tool, it's how it's used. I'm sure people will be like, oh my god, how can you say that? But it's just like a pair of scissors. I could just go fucking stab someone in the face, and is it the scissors' fault that I did that? No, it would be my fault because I used them that way. Same goes for guns. And if a tyrannical force that has become the government is going to use those types of tools, then the people better fucking have it too. That is the whole reason that's an amendment. I don't think, from reading these cards, that the men that founded our country had nefarious reasons for it. They wanted to escape it. And from what I have done to relearn those processes and what the Constitution and all of that is, the Declaration of Independence, that wasn't their purpose. To create a whole new drove of people to murder and slaughter. That is what it has become, because evil fuckers have taken it over, but that was not the original intent. They wanted freedom. They wanted us to be free, and I'm sure they would be rolling in their fucking graves right now with what has happened. Boston fucking Tea Party people, they fucking fought the government over taxation on tea. We are taxed on everything. California, they're trying to fucking tax people on their own goddamn rainwater. So, get into a Boston Tea Party kind of fucking mindset and resist, because no, this was not the original intent, but we are now a blood sacrifice for the nefarious motherfuckers. We don't need to be that. Albeit as it may, most people have taken the you-know-what. And sadly, they will probably be part of that, but there are different levels to spiritual people. The rainbow fart motherfuckers have their place. They just, but they have their place. Then you have people like me that are just, fuck off. Like, I'm spiritual, but I will punch a bitch in the face if I need to. So, everybody has their place. I, and many others, that people say, oh, you're not spiritual just because you'll tell someone to fuck off. We need people like that to fight back for the rest. So, I'm not sorry for being a non-conforming, I'll tell you to fuck off kind of person, because we're needed right now. So, I hope that message gets through to somebody. Obviously, I think I might not be restricted on Instagram, but we will see if this uploads. Love y'all.